Right now, Boulder Police is responding to a situation involving an armed man who has barricaded himself inside a home near 17th and Yarmouth. They haven't shared many details, but we do know that a shelter in place has been issued for people living in that area. That alert went out around midnight. Right now, they are just asking people to avoid the area. And of course, we're going to update you on this story as we get more information.
New overnight, one person is dead after a hit and run in Denver. Police say someone hit a pedestrian at 10th and Sheridan and then drove away. Police have not said who they might be looking for. We'll keep you updated as we hear more.
One teenager is dead and another is in custody this morning after Lakewood police shot at them. Police say they robbed a postal worker at gunpoint. Nice reporter Darius Johnson is live now at the Lakewood Police Department for us this morning. Darius, at this time, what do we know?
Jordan, this morning we now know that one of the teenagers that allegedly robbed a postal worker in broad daylight on Wednesday is now dead. Originally, police said that it was a shootout between them and the suspects. However, they're now walking back some of that information this morning. Take a look at some of this video from the scene yesterday. It was around 1:45 Monday afternoon where a postal worker was robbed by two teenage girls at gunpoint. The mail carrier made it to a neighbor's home to call 911. Fortunately, he was not hurt. Police say this happened in the area of Virginia and Kipling, and when they got into the area, they ran into one of the suspects at the Grease Monkey just a few blocks away from the scene. Police say the girl pointed her gun at them and they shot her. She was taken to the hospital where she later died. A Lakewood agent was shot as well, though officers are still investigating whether that suspect actually fired her weapon.
We did recover a gun at the scene, and we're continuing to process the scene as we speak. We're also working with the response team in Jeffco.
Now, Lakewood agents as well as ATF agents were able to catch up with that second female teenage suspect and arrest her in Frederick. We're currently working this morning to exactly figure out what her preliminary charges are. Meanwhile, as for that Lakewood agent that was shot, he is expected to be okay, Jordan and Corey.
All right, a lot to follow there. Darius, thank you.
This morning, Governor Jared Polis is ordering all flags to be lowered to half-staff in honor of the people killed in a shooting at a private Christian elementary school in Nashville. The shooter killed 6 people, 3 9-year-olds, a substitute teacher, a custodian, and the head of school. Overnight, the community held vigils all around Nashville. They came together to sing, pray for the victims, and process their own feelings. And overnight, police released new video of the shooter entering the school. And as a warning, it may be hard to watch. We know the shooter came in through a side door, and the video shows that happening. Police say the door was locked, but the suspect shot through the glass. You can then see the shooter walking through the halls of the school with tactical gear on and guns in hand. Police shot and killed the suspect within 14 minutes. They now say the shooter, who had previously attended that school as a student, had planned this attack out, surveilled the school, and drawn out maps of it. The shooter also had a manifesto. This shooting has left many people saying something that we've heard a lot recently.
Something's got to be done. 3 people lost their children today. It's hard to imagine.
The shooter lived in the Nashville area, and investigators have interviewed their father. Police say the 3 guns were found at the scene, and they believe at least 2 of the guns were obtained legally. Police are still trying to figure out the shooter's motive.
In total, there have now been 131 mass shootings in the U.S. so far just this year. This is according to the Gun Violence Archive. It defines a mass shooting as any time 4 people are shot, not including the shooter. In 2022, there were 646 mass shootings all across the U.S. Now, we are talking about this just less than a week after the shooting at East High School in Denver, and we want to spend some time this morning talking about kids and guns in Colorado.
First, though, one of the victims from that shooting is still in the hospital. Denver Health says Eric Sinclair is in fair condition now, which is an improvement. A student shot Sinclair and another dean last Wednesday morning. Police found that 17-year-old boy's body up in the mountains of Park County later that night. Students in Denver public schools who are accused of violence as serious as attempted murder charges have been put back into regular classrooms against the advice of police and school leaders.
Denver School Board Vice President Ayante Anderson is now defending that policy, saying teachers and parents should not necessarily know if students have brought weapons to school.
We're not in the practice of dismissing students because they've made mistakes.
What if the mistake is shooting somebody and getting charged with attempted murder?
You know, I think that's an opportunity for us as a district to make sure that we have a robust safety plan with those students and that family and those impacted. But I can't say that I believe the expulsion of a student is what we should be doing, or the denying them a free and fair public education, especially because some of these instances that we're talking about are happening outside of our jurisdiction.
Anderson says a student charged with the school shooting would be expelled, but students facing attempted murder charges for shootings off school property can come back with a safety plan.
A new survey is showing just how easy it is for kids in Colorado to access a gun. The research from Colorado School of Public Health shows 1 in 4 kids across the state say they can get access to a loaded gun within 24 hours without their parents knowing. Some said they could get one in less than 10 minutes. This was a survey of 41,000 students. Researchers say how quickly kids can access guns makes a big difference, especially for kids who might be considering suicide. They also say they hope people will consider safe storage for their guns to help lessen the chance that a kid will get a hold of one.
On Capitol Hill, the House passed a bill to raise the age to buy all guns to 21 years old. They did make a big amendment to it, though. The bill's Democratic sponsors decided to remove language criminalizing firearm possession under the age of 21. They say they need more time to consider the potential impact of that. Over the weekend, the House also passed bills to make it easier to sue gun manufacturers and expand the state's red flag law. You can find all of these stories, the bills, the full interview with Aonte Anderson, and of course the breaking news updates about that shooting in Tennessee right now on our 9 News app or on 9news.com.
Right now, police in Aurora are still looking for the person who shot and killed a 13-year-old boy outside the Aurora Mall on Saturday night. Police say they haven't identified a suspect in the shooting. Aurora Interim Police Chief Art Acevedo says he believes the teenager or someone, quote, not too far past their teens was the shooter.
The Suncorp refinery in Commerce City is dealing with another fire just a couple of weeks after the facility got up and running again. Suncorp sent an alert just before 1 a.m. yesterday saying there was an incident at the refinery. About 11 hours later, they told the public there had been a fire in Plant 1. Suncorp says no one was hurt and its air quality monitors didn't detect any excessive pollution. The plant fully reopened earlier this month after 2 fires in December and damage from the extreme cold.
Aurora is the newest city on the list of places banning TikTok from government devices. Last night, council members voted 9-1 to approve the resolution. It bans any websites or apps developed by ByteDance, TikTok's parent company, from city devices. The ban extends to both city-owned devices and personal devices people use to access city networks. They're concerned about the Chinese government getting access to data. The White House has also given TikTok an ultimatum: either sell the company or face a nationwide ban.